and welcome to the second leg of the European Cup semi-finals. As Burnley take on Juventus in that second leg. Now already through to the final are Real Madrid, 3-2 winners over Manchester City in their semi-final at the Bernabeu Stadium last night. Burnley going into this game 2 goals up, and if they sneak 1 goal tonight, it means Juventus would have to play catch-up in a very big way. So all the pressure really is on Juventus tonight in their home ground, which is the Juventus Stadium, having moved there several years ago now from the Stadio delle Alpi. Let's get over there, but Juventus need to score twice without reply to force extra time. Burnley nearly need to score 1 goal, and the thought of extra time and penalties could be banished. So let's get over there then and join a massive crowd then as Burnley take on Juventus for a place in the final. Good evening to you all and welcome to Turin, where Real Madrid last night at the Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid confirmed their place in the final. Now who will join them tonight? Burnley lead 2-0 from the first leg at Turf Moor. They've already clinched the Barclays Premier League title with Chelsea dropping points. They did lose to Leicester City, but that's irrelevant now, because this is what they're playing for now tonight, a place in the European Cup final. And Burnley have never been this far before in this competition. Place a Juventus side that has all the hallmarks of coming back into this. It's more or less the same 11. In fact, it is the same 11 that started against Burnley a week ago, and they wanted to put the record straight. And Burnley as well, they also played the same 11 that beat Juventus 2-0 a week ago, and Mario Balotelli will be the one they really do have to watch tonight. And they can't have an away goal for Burnley, by the way, would effectively need Juventus needing 4 and possibly snookers on top of that. So the pressure very much on Juventus tonight to go out, play and see if they can get themselves back in this semi-final. And people like Chiellini must know that. The referee tonight is Jaska Zuriade of Germany, and it's Juventus in the striped shirts, the black and white striped shirts, to get us underway. Again, both teams, like in the first leg, in traditional colours. Burnley, of course, need I tell you, claret and blue. And off we go. Burnley attacking the goal to our left, Juventus to our right in the first half. Khedira to Astina, and here's Pereira. Good start here from Juventus, but he took a heavy touch which played into Tom Heaton's hands in the end. Balotelli with a flick on. Gigi Buffon coming out of his goal and clearing effectively. Breaks to Astina here for Juventus, and he's got past the defender. Astina! Well, that really was the chance to get Juventus off to a flying start here in this second leg, get themselves back in this semi-final. Do have a very good record at this stadium, Juventus, but we said that against Barcelona, and Burnley ripped the phone book upside down in the grandest of manners through Balotelli in the quarter-finals. But here's Astina now for Juventus. Asamoah, chip back. Oh, and Heaton having to turn it over almost underneath his crossbar. That was a delicate little chip there by Asamoah, and it led to almost problems there for the Burnley captain. Corner then to Juventus. Asamoah will take it himself. Curled in again. Oh, the overhead kick by Pereira goes into the top tier of the stand. Burnley will be happy if it ends 0-0, of course. That would be another good scoreline for them. So as to keep a clean sheet and not do anything daft, they'll be in the final playing Real Madrid. Astina. Lichtsteiner playing it in towards Khedira. Lichtsteiner again. Loftus-Cheek out. Gale. Up towards Redmond this time. Couldn't find Mario Balotelli. And here's Sami Khedira. Marchisio to Mandzukic. That's a good ball. Asamoah's onside. First time cross, Stones with a header back and almost a goal for Astina. Oh, Burnley living on the edge here. Living a charmed life. Juventus should have scored twice in this first half, and they know it. Burnley have just got to calm it down a little bit. Pereira. Oh, striding away from the defenders as if they didn't exist. And Astina there, Rodriguez, Stones back to help. I thought he got the ball. That looks a very harsh decision against John Stones. The referee running across like a praying mantis here. Well, if he's not going to book Stones, why is he running over to him? Anyway, it's a free kick to Juventus in any case. Marchisio to float it in. And it's gone in! Oh, from a harsh refereeing decision, Juventus are in front, and it's Mario Mandzukic. But should the free kick have been given in the first place? I didn't think it was a free kick. Good free kick though from Juventus. Well worked, and Mandzukic got up above Shawcross and headed past Tom Heaton. And you've got to say though, right from the word go, Juventus have threatened to do this. So, as much as we would like to complain about the refereeing on the free kick which has led to this goal, you can't say that Juventus' opening goal haven't been coming, because it has. Mario Mandzukic the scorer after 29 minutes, and the tie and the two-leg semi-final back in the melting pot now at 2-1 on aggregate. Here's Redmond now. Burnley now starting to come forward and attack more. But that's a poor cross really, too close to Gigi Buffon. Galloway. Rodriguez. Oh, sloppy. Burnley living on their nerves here. Galloway having to concede a corner. But all of a sudden, Juventus' tails are up. As we look at the goal scored by Mario Mandzukic. Good header, no chance for the goalkeeper. It was a perfectly placed header. And again, Juventus have another chance from a set play. And this time a deeper corner. And it wasn't a good one. I said about that, I think the better. Redmond. Balotelli. Intelligent ball to Jay Rodriguez. He's got to skin his man, and he's beaten Liechtensteiner as if he didn't exist. That's a good cross. A good punch away there by Gigi Buffon. Used both his fists and got it away very effectively. And the ball will be kept in here on the far side. Astina has got there, and oh, Mandzukic beat the smallest defender in the penalty area. That was Trippier, and he almost got goal number 2, but for a tremendous save by Tom Heaton. Now Balotelli at the other end. Not got a great deal of support, but he's got some here in Loftus-Cheek. Left foot, and it's a brilliant goal! Ruben Loftus-Cheek with an absolute cracker! Struck it superbly with the left foot, in off the post. No chance at all for Gigi Buffon. A superb left footer. And that could be the goal that sends Burnley to the European Cup final. He's not been in the best of form, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but my jingles, right on half-time, brings Burnley double on the night and gives them a crucial away goal. And now a 3-1 aggregate lead. As the referee blows for half-time here. Mandzukic had put Juventus in front and seemingly back in this semi-final, but right on the stroke of half-time, a 30-yard thunderbolt, left foot thunderbolt from Loftus-Cheek has given Burnley a big lead. Welcome back to the Juventus Stadium. 1-1 in the night, 3-1 on aggregate. And what I meant by a big lead as I was wrapping up at half-time was the fact that they've scored 3 goals over the 2 legs so far, Burnley, but that third one counts double because it's an away goal, and Juventus need to score 3 times now without reply from Burnley to go through to the final. Unless Burnley score again, and they almost did through Dwight Gale. Let's have a look at that one again. Yeah, he hit the outside of the post. I think it would have been very acute for him to have got it in from there. I think the only thing he could have hit was the only thing he could have hit really was the post, because the angle was very, very acute. Now what that goal from Loftus-Cheek does mean now that Juventus must score 3 goals to go through. A 3-1 win would not be enough. They would have to win 4-1. Loftus-Cheek. Goal kick. Juventus looking to make changes. Mario Mandzukic, well, that is a surprise. The goal scorer has been substituted. Now, I don't understand Allegri's theory there. Sure, you keep your best striker on, don't you? Dybala is on in his place. I don't know how good a player he is up front. We'll have to see in the remaining, 35 minutes or so that remains of this match, but I really do find that quite odd. Pereira. Juventus, as you know now, need to score 3 times. 4-1 result would do it. But another Burnley goal would kill it off. Loftus-Cheek trying his heroics at the end of the first half. He's going for the spectacular. He's got confidence in his ability now to score from that far out. Astina. Oh, he skipped away. Good ball. Dybala. Oh, that was the first chance he had in this again since coming on as a sub. And I have to say, the angle would have been very, very tight and again very acute. But it's the Burnley fans now who are dreaming of that final at the end of May against Real Madrid. And what a final that could well prove to be if it is the case. Asamoah. Juventus need to score 3 in under 25 minutes. Asamoah. Dangerous cross, but again the Burnley defence have been rock solid throughout this football match. Lichtsteiner to Marchisio. And what a fantastic ball to Lichtsteiner. The cross coming in. Oh, the chance for Asamoah. Oh, he caught it all wrong. Alaba. Dybala. Asamoah again. Headed back by Shawcross to Heaton. Coolly done. Loftus-Cheek. Gale, Bojan. Rodriguez, Gale. Redmond on the near side. Heading towards Gale. Loftus-Cheek. Offside given. 10 minutes to go. Juventus now needing a minor miracle as we see that offside. But to me, he looks level. Forget the 2 lines there. For me, he looks level. Storiano replaces Pereira. Allegri might as well make changes and try and affect it that way, but it's looking highly unlikely. And here's Balotelli. Oh, what a save! What a glorious save by Gigi Buffon. It may be a glorious save, but it's in defiance because Juventus know that they're going to struggle to make the final. They still need 3 goals. And it's just purely playing out the motions now for Juventus. Burnley now surely through. Buffon with a fist. He's done all he can, the goalkeeper. They needed to score tonight, they did, but they've only scored once. And sometimes in life that's not going to be enough over a 2-legged aggregate scoreline. But wait, they've a chance here, but it's come away again to Rodriguez. Another dangerous crossing again, the finish is lacked. And that's always been the difference, really. Balotelli with the shots, wide of the target. But he won't mind Mario Balotelli. He knows he's going through to the final next month. As we see that effort again. It's a good effort actually, but Gigi Buffon had it covered all the way. 3 goals in 3 minutes. Can Juventus do it? Chiellini has now gone forward as an auxiliary centre forward and blazes it into the crowd. And that's been the story of Juventus' semi-final. Missed chances, they've hit the bar. They hit the bar in the first leg. If it had got an away goal in that first leg, it would have made things so interesting. But Heaton gets away with one. Not that it would have mattered in the grand scheme of things, but wouldn't have done Heaton's confidence any good. Rodriguez. Intelligent ball to Balotelli. Balotelli shoots. Good save, Buffon. Oh, he's defiant until the end, this goalkeeper. He really is. And in the last 20 minutes, despite Juventus going out of the Champions League, he's shown some real heroics in that Juventus goal. Surely the last player of the semi-final. And a header straight at Buffon. I think it was from Rodriguez as Buffon kicks clear. And the whistle goes. And Burnley go through to the European Cup final. So there's going to be 2 big cup finals for Burnley next month. The FA Cup final against Manchester United. And now they go to play Real Madrid in the European Cup final. 1-1 on the night at the end. And that goal from Loftus-Cheek right at the end of the first half has seen them through 3-1 on aggregate. And they go to play Real Madrid in the final next month. 1-1, as I say, after extra time. It's Burnley who go to the final. 3-1 winners on aggregate. Well, there we are. That's the final for you guys. The 26th of May. The pièce de résistance to the season. Burnley take on Real Madrid. And that will be another live match for you. And we have 3 more live matches to come of the regular season. Well, we've got 4 live matches to come of the regular season because we're going to play the Watford game at Vicarage Road, but we're going to sim the Newcastle game. So the next 4 games will be all live for you to enjoy as we sim this Newcastle game. We've lost again. And we don't want to be going into these finals on bad form, that's for sure. So we're having an indifferent run at the season, but we still have the thing. So at the end of the with 2 games to play, we're still champions anyway. 73 points. There's about 7 points between us now, but a win against Watford in the next match would certainly put some confidence in there going into the cup final. And you'll be able to see all these games live now. The last 4 games of competitive games of the season will be live and in full now. And also we'll have the presentations of both of Swansea game and the league trophy being presented, and that's going to be taking place between the FA Cup final and the Champions League final. So the league planners couldn't have scheduled it any worse, really. As for the bottom of the table, it couldn't be tighter now. There are possibly Stoke are still not out of the woods yet. They could still conceivably go down, and what Mark Hughes has got at his disposal, that does surprise me. They have played 35 games. They still won't. They've been on a bad run at the moment. Stoke. Palace are safe. Southampton are safe, Aston Villa and Swansea more than safe. Watford are still in danger, and we play them next up at Vicarage Road, and that could be so crucial. I think we'll also have a look at the Championship, because there could be two teams that we're going to be facing for certain next season. I think Everton. I think you're probably going to guess which one is going to possibly be for sure. Everton. The last time we checked a few months ago, they were winning it by a canter, and they have won it more or less by a canter. There's still 3 games to go. It's a toss of the coin who will go up automatically with them now. Hull of 84 points, QPR of 83. Fulham have an outside chance, and then you've got Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, and Wolves. I mean, Nottingham Forest upwards. I mean, any team from Fulham right through to Nottingham Forest have got a glorious chance of playoffs. It really has, and it's going to be a bit of a scramble in there at the end of the season, come the end of the season, who actually gets into those playoffs. But the battle for second now. Everton are champions. It's all academic now. They're going back to where they should be belonging, and that is the Barclays Premier League without a doubt at all. Or as I say, the battle for second place, mainly between Hull and QPR, but don't discount Fulham. They could still catch Hull City if they have a good run and Hull or QPR do slip up. At the bottom end of the table, Peterborough, Preston and Millwall have had it as far as concerned. They were already relegated, which surprises me really, because Preston put up a brave fight in the 2 games against us. Blackburn will do enough to get out of it, unfortunately, from a Burnley point of view. But it's a toss-up now between Peterborough and Huddersfield to who goes down to the 3rd relegation place. But that's it for this edition of the Career Mode. I very much hope you enjoyed our European second leg of the semi-final. I'm absolutely thrilled that we're in the final. We'll also bring you the news of the England squad for the upcoming World Cup, which will show every England game live for you. I'm looking forward to doing commentary on the World Cup games. It should be fun. But there's 4 big games still to get out of the way. The 2 league games and the 2 cup finals. It's going to be it's going to be in the next 10 days. It's going to be absolute bedlam. Well, hopefully you'll enjoy every kick with us, starting at Vicarage Road on Sunday as we take on Watford in our penultimate game of the season. Till then, we'll see you at Vicarage Road on a night where we clinched our first ever appearance at the European Cup final against Real Madrid. From all of us here in Turin, it's goodbye.